Howdy, welcome to the channel. This is Ryobi's 18-volt pole saw, model P4360. This is an 8-inch chainsaw, which means that it can cut up to 6-inch diameter items, and the tool weighs 8 pounds by itself. Now, this particular one does not have onboard storage for any of the chain adjusters. This one comes with the solid chain guard, and it comes with an automatic oiler. And this oiler, I can tell you for certain, it is going to leak all over the place. So keep that in mind. If you're done and you throw it in the trunk of your car, you're gonna have oil all over the place. So make sure you carry a rag that you can put underneath it so you don't get oil on your car. This is actually a saw that I have had the absolute longest. This was the first Ryobi chainsaw that I purchased. I wasn't too sure if they were going to do very good, but after I purchased this one, I actually was pretty impressed with it. And that's how come I ended up buying additional chainsaws from that point forward. Now, this pole saw works really well. It actually comes with the 18, it actually comes with an 18-bolt base, and it comes with an extension rod. Now, the really nifty thing about this one is all of the extensions are exactly the same. So you have the collar and you have the receiver.
Are you the keymaster?
Yes.
And you simply take the two, marry them together, and then you take the collar and slide it up and rotate it on. So that allows you to highly adjust how long this saw is. So if you're just trying to get something that's just a little over your head, this is now perfect. But let's say you're trying to get something higher up in a tree. Well, it comes with another extension. So you take this extension, you stab it into the middle, and now you can get higher up in the tree. But Ryobi actually did something neat with this. Because it is the same, you can actually get more extensions and put additional extensions on. Now, having said that, I am confident Ryobi will tell you that that does not make it in warranty. If you're using something as an extra extension, that is going to put a massive amount of leverage. This head unit weighs quite a bit because that's where the motor is, and you've got it full of oil. So that's going to add a whole lot of bend. Now, these are fiberglass tubes, so there's a lot of strength in these tubes. But if you get this thing way up there, it's gonna be all wiggly wobbly, and at some point, these are gonna end up failing on you. So I'm confident Ryobi doesn't want you to do that, but I've done it here on our ranch because I have to do that because there are trees here that are really tall, and you're standing in the man lift on the tractor, and you have this saw way up in the air, but you have what are called widowmakers way up in the tree. They're barely hanging on, and you have to cut them down. You have to. Do you want to climb the tree with a saw, or would you rather use a pole saw from the man lift? And for me, I'd rather use the pole saw. Keep my butt out of that tree and keep me in a safe, level position to where I can take care of this. So that's why for me, I ended up getting extra of the poles so I can actually extend this out. I have never had an issue doing that. Again, it does make it wobbly, but it works. And I love that aspect of this particular saw. Now, I have had one of the heads go out on this. So this is actually my second head unit on this. The first one went out, and again, it was a messed up motor. That particular motor was actually more expensive than I wanted to spend the money on because it was a motor and gearbox whenever I looked it up online. So I just, for the same price, I literally could go buy a whole new head unit for it. And that's what I ended up doing because I like this saw that much and it helps me around this place that much. Okay, so we're gonna fill up our 18-volt pole saw with some bar oil. We're gonna go ahead and crack this open. Now on the bar oil, I've done what I usually do. I've actually made a little pour spout. So I've just created a breather on the top and then the pour spout on the bottom. And what that does is it helps control how much bar oil comes out, how much liquid comes out whenever you're pouring it in, and it makes it a lot easier. As you can see, you can actually make it really, really tall. But again, as you're going way up there, you can start seeing that bow. You can see that bend that's going with it. So if you choose to do this, know that you're gonna have to be really careful with it. If it starts to fall, usually what I do is I allow it to go down slowly, and then I'll bring the whole unit back up. I don't stop it immediately, because if you stop it immediately, that's going to put so much stress on these that you have a much higher likelihood of overstressing them and causing fractures and breaks. This is the standard height that you would use it at. Now, the other nice thing is you can actually undo this and undo this, pull out this rod, and simply connect this head to this base, which makes it even shorter. So if you have something that's really short above you to take care of, or let's say you're vertically challenged and you're only 4 foot tall, this will still allow you to be able to get stuff that is just beyond your reach. So now that we're ready to cut, let's go ahead and put our battery in, and then we're going to pull off our plastic sleeve. And now we're going to cut some branches that are dead on this oak tree. I did an easy job, no problems whatsoever. Let me cut this one off now. Again, no problem whatsoever. I've got another one here that's hanging odd. So now the question is, would I recommend the 18 volt Ryobi 10-inch pole saw? And for me, it's an absolute. I love the ability to add on as many rods as you need to, but I also love the portability of it, and I love how well it actually works. This has been my go-to even after I got the 40 volt. This is still my go-to. It is lighter than the 40 volt, and it seems to work almost as good as the 40 volt. And so I'm very happy with it. So if you're in the 18 volt ecosystem and you're needing to clear up some trees around your place and you need to do it higher in the tree, this works great, and I highly recommend it. So thanks for watching this video on the Ryobi chainsaw ecosystem that I currently own. And if you have any questions about these specific saws, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. And if you have any questions or comments about any of the videos I've created or any of the tools behind me, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I love talking with you all and having great conversations, especially things like this. So keep the comments coming, because I really enjoy it and I enjoy engaging with everybody in the chat. Thanks for watching.